clouds and candlelight. You said the sky tastes pink tonight. I laughed, but you were right. Some days feel like they're dipped in the light. Shoes untied, but we still run, chasing nothing but the sun. Bubblegum skies, sticky, sweet and white. Nothing on my mind, just you by my side. No rules, no rush, just a sugar high hush that says we're alright tonight. Kicks on power lines, jukebox vibes. We dance like cartoons come to life. You drew hearts on a foggy glass. I took a pic, wanna make it last. No one else, just these skies and bubblegum dreams in our eyes. Bubblegum skies, drifting with the beat. Laughter in the breeze, sticky hands, bare feet. Forget the someday, this is the ride. We're floating on the sweet side. Don't need grown-up days to feel real. Just a little sky and the way you make me feel. Bubblegum skies are kind of blue. Simple joy in pastel hue. I don't need perfect, just this view. You, me and the sky that choose.
Woke up with a beat in my head. Mirror said go get it instead. Brush my teeth to the tempo, stepping out like a demo. No plans, no makeup, no stress, but still feeling kinda obsessed with the way my body says today's gonna slay. I feel better when I move, like the world's got nothing to prove. 1, 2 step, I lose the doubt. Twirl it off and shake it out. Yeah, I glow when the bass drops through. I'm not shy, I'm just better when I move. Phone in my pocket, don't need to scroll. The vibe is here, I'm on a roll. Tile floor becomes my stage. No lights, just my everyday brave. That little groove you do alone, that's the place you find your zone. I feel better when I move. Feel light, but the feeling's true. No crowd, no need to prove. I'm already enough in my groove. Better when I move. Turn it up, let the body speak. Confidence ain't always sleek. Sometimes it's just a simple beat, and the way you feel your feet. I feel better when I move. Let the rhythm pull me through. Heart unlocked, I'm in the mood. Not perfect, just pure and true. Yeah, I glow when the bass drops through. I'm not shy, I'm just better when I move. Alarm rang, but I hit snooze. Head full of meh, heart kinda loose. Phone full of plans, but no spark lit. Then you text, let's check this bit. Now I'm up barefoot on the floor. One beat in and I want more. Jumpstart me like neon in the rain. Pull me from the static, spark my name. Plug me in, turn it loud. I'm not down, I'm just waiting to bounce. Yeah, jumpstart me, no caffeine in, just vibe, flip the switch and I'll come alive. Hey. jacket too bright for the rules. Painted my sneakers, yeah, I broke the cool. No grayscale life, no fading scene. I walk like a rainbow in ripped jeans. Every step's a little loud, but I was never made to blend in crowds. Throw me into neon skies, I'll match the sun, I'll multiply. Catch me in color, spinning like a carousel. Flash me in motion, this vibe you can't sell. Pastel mornings, electric nights. I live loud in full spectrum light. So catch me in color. No filters, no fear. What you see is what I wear. Lips in coral, eyes in gold. A mood board magic you can't hold. Laugh too hard, sing off beat, but I own it head to feet. Phone at 5%, but I still glow. Even shadows can't steal my show. Catch me in color, frame me how you will. Polaroid vibes, living still. Confetti, heart, playlist, soul. I wear joy like a goal. Catch me in color. No filters, no fear. Let 'em stare, I've got nothing to dim. Why shrink when you were born to spin? Catch me in color, laughing down the line. No monochrome can catch this shine. Snapshot me now, I'm the bold in your scroll. A moment that moves, that glows, that rolls. Found an old playlist from the summer we got wild. Windows down, barefoot smiles. Every beat pulled me back to laughing on the floor, spilling soda. Never bored. I wanna replay my happy, those days that felt like gold. Singing too loud, never growing old. Swirling in the kitchen sunlight in our hair. No big plans, but we were there. Yeah, replay my happy like a favorite song. Hit repeat and sing along.
with no alarm, sunlight spilling through blinds like it's got nowhere else to be. My phone buzzed, I didn't check it. Took the long way to the coffee shop, past the cat sleeping on a warm car hood. The world moved like always, but I didn't feel behind today. Slow mornings and side streets where everything's okay without reason. No big plans, just warm hands on a cup and music soft in the background. I'm not chasing anything today. I'm just here, and that feels like enough. The barista knew my name this time. That felt like a small win. I sat by the window, watched a kid dance to no music and smiled like I was in The Secret. The city didn't slow down, but I found a pocket where it didn't matter, and that was all I needed. Slow mornings and side streets, the kind of peace that doesn't ask questions. No deadlines, just people walking, birds landing on fences, and me breathing softer than usual. Maybe we don't need to escape the city. Maybe we just need to find the quiet corners it hides for those who look gently. Slow mornings and side streets where I remember I don't have to earn rest. Today's not special, but I am still grateful. And that is something I'm learning to say out loud.
Cars honk like they've got places to be. I'm just crossing streets with no destination. A stranger smiled under a red light, and somehow that saved my day. Coffee tastes a little burnt, but I like it better that way. Flaws make it feel like I'm still here, still real. Somewhere in the noise I find a quiet that belongs to me. Not perfect, not planned, just enough space to breathe. The city rushes, but I'm learning how to pause without stepping aside. Somewhere in the noise I hear my rhythm now. Someone's laughing on the rooftop, someone else is crying into a phone, and here I am floating through the middle of it all. I'm not where I thought I'd be by now, but I'm softer and a little less afraid of being misunderstood. Somewhere in the noise I find a version of me I don't hate, one who doesn't rush to fix the silence, but learns to sit with it. The world still spins, but I've stopped trying to keep up. Somewhere in the noise I found a kind of peace. The city doesn't care who I am, and maybe that's what makes it easier to become myself anyway. Somewhere
train rumbles, but my feet feel steady, and that's enough. That's more than enough. Somewhere in the noise. Coffee still warm, and the chair across from me stays empty. I don't check my phone, but part of me still hopes it lights up. The window reflects the city rush, but I'm moving slower than most today. This cafe's loud with quiet people, and somehow that feels right. The seat across from me still holds your echo. Not your scent, not your things, just the shape of your presence. I don't miss you loudly, I just notice the space, and it lingers in the foam of my second cup. We used to sit here without needing to speak, sharing glances more than words. Now I stir my drink longer than needed, trying to stretch the moment you're no longer in. I'm not waiting, but I'm not leaving either. There's comfort in habits, even when they start to ache a little. The seat across from me feels like a quiet memory that didn't ask to stay, but didn't really leave. You're not here, but this corner still remembers you like I do. Maybe someone new will sit there one day, but today it still belongs to what we almost had. The seat across from me doesn't ask for anything, it just reminds me in the gentlest way that you matter. Even now, especially now, in this quiet, in this seat.
The keys hit the table, shoes off, breathe out, and there you are, smiling like you waited, but didn't mind the wait. You don't ask how my day was, you already know from the way I walk in. And you don't try to fix it, you just hand me quiet. You feel like home at the end of the day. Not loud, not shining, just steady and warm, like a lamp left on, like tea that's still hot, like someone who doesn't need words to make you stay. You feel like home, and I didn't know love could feel this still. You let me vent even when I kiss my forehead like that alone could untangle everything the world tried to tie in knots. We don't needed background music, your heart beats enough. Somehow, that's the calmest sound I've ever known. You feel like home at the end of the day, when the noise fades and the walls stop echoing. I don't need answers, I just need this couch, your breath near mine, and no pressure to be anything but here. I've lived in places that looked perfect, but they never held me like you do. You feel like home at the end of the day. No more searching, no more trying to prove, just belonging in the softest way. You feel like home, and that's how I know I'm not lost anymore.
We don't talk much on Sunday mornings, just share a blanket and pour the tea slow. The world still spins outside our window, but in here time forgets how to move. You read the news, I watch the way your fingers hold the page. No rush, no plan, just you, just this, just here. You make the quiet feel full, like silence was always meant for two. No need for noise, when your presence hums like calm. You don't fill the room, you let it breathe with me, and that's how I know this is love. I used to think love had to shout, had to be fireworks or nothing, but now I crave the way you stir your coffee, and how you hum off key when the kettle sings. You don't try to fix my silence, you sit in it with me, and somehow that's the loudest kind of care I've ever known. You make the quiet feel full, like the space between words was always where love lived. No pressure to impress, just soft understand. You don't light me up, you steady me, and that's more than enough. We've said I love you without speaking for sometimes is just staying. You make the quiet feel full, like I've been looking for this kind of silence all my life. No noise, no proving, just being. And in this stillness, I've never felt more known. You make the quiet feel
inside my shoe. Said more than 1,000 I miss you. You never promised forever, but you remembered my sister's name and asked how she was on a Tuesday. You never said it, but I knew. In the way you stood beside me, even when I didn't ask. In the silence that didn't feel empty, in the glances that steadied my steps. You never spelled it out, but my heart read every line, and I knew. You never rushed my answers, let me talk in tangents like every word mattered. You didn't buy flowers, but you showed up in the rain with warm soup and dry socks. You never said it, but I knew. In the way you didn't leave when I forgot how to smile. In the quiet you filled with presence, not pressure. You didn't label us, but I never had to guess. And I knew love doesn't always need to be declared. Sometimes it just needs to be consistent. You never said it, but I knew. And honestly, that made it mean more, because you showed it when words might have broken it. So thank you for loving me exactly like that.
You never say much, but somehow you know when I need a little space. You don't buy roses, but you always hand me the bigger slice of toast. You ask if I slept okay before I remembered to yawn. And somehow you always know which song I've been looping in my head. You remember the small things, like how I hate ice in my water, or that I never finish my coffee but still want it. You don't love me loud, but you love me in the moments most people overlook, and I think that's why it feels real. You never interrupt when I'm overthinking, you just sit closer. You let me vent even when you don't have a solution, and that's the solution sometimes. You never make big speeches, but you double check my keys when we leave, and I never asked for that, but I love that you do it. You remember the small things, like how I look away when I get overwhelmed, or how I count steps when nervous. You don't make a show out of care, you just carry it like breath, natural, constant, soft. I used to think love had to be loud to be lasting, but maybe it just has to be consistent. remember the small things, and that's what makes this feel big. You see me in ways I didn't know I needed to be seen, and that's how I know this isn't just love, it's home. The toast took longer today, but so did everything else, and that felt right. You moved through the kitchen like music I couldn't hear, but still understood. There was no beat, no instructions, just steps that made sense next to you. Oh, it felt like a slow dance with the morning. No spotlight, just sunlight. The coffee didn't need to be perfect. The rhythm wasn't measured, but somehow we moved like we were made for this. I leaned against the counter while you hummed something half familiar. Oh. Our mugs bumped once, a soft clink that made us smile like it was choreographed. Oh, outside the birds joined in, but we didn't follow, we just stayed in our own quiet zone. Oh, it felt like a slow dance with the morning, and nothing rushed us. The house was the ballroom. Your hand brushing mine was the chorus. Even the floorboards kept the tempo. Some mornings wake you, this one held us, and I didn't need to know what came next, just that you'd be there on the beat or off it. It felt like a slow dance with the morning, the kind you don't rehearse. You just feel step by step, sip by sip, quiet glances in place of lyrics, and everything was exactly where it belonged. The floor was cold, but the sun didn't mind. It slipped through the blinds and landed right on my toes, warming me from the bottom up. I was still half in sleep, hair all wrong, but the light didn't care. It greeted me anyway, like I'd done something right just by waking up. Sunlight in my socks, the kind of joy you don't plan for, a surprise that doesn't ask questions, just beams. And suddenly you're a little more alive than you thought you'd be. I made toast and forgot it, but didn't burn it. A small win, the kind you wanna write down but smile instead. The plant on the windowsill looked taller. Maybe it was, maybe we both were. Just a little sunlight in my socks, heart's no longer in a rush. Happiness doesn't always knock, sometimes it just shines where you weren't looking. Sunlight in my socks, that's how it starts. Not with fireworks, but with something quietly kind. And suddenly you're standing in your own little miracle. There's a chair for you and a chair for me. Not fancy, not matching, just close enough for quiet to feel shared. The window doesn't offer a grand view, just a tree, a bit of sky, and the way morning light paints us slowly away. Two chairs and a window, and somehow that's everything. We don't talk much before coffee, but your silence leans toward mine like a hand without moving. Sometimes your foot brushes mine under the table, and it's the loudest thing in the room. The kettle sings, but not for a crowd. It sings for us, like it knows we're the kind who stay. Two chairs and a window, no soundtrack, no stage lights, just this tiny ceremony of being here together on purpose. Love doesn't always arrive with grand entrance. Sometimes it's just knowing which chair to sit in every morning. Two chairs and a window and a world we didn't have to build, because it already felt like ours. Quiet, close, unspoken, complete. I opened the window wide and let the morning speak first. It didn't shout, just whispered warmth onto my skin. The curtain danced like it had good news. Somewhere a bird was
was too happy to keep it in, and the world smelled like clean begins and maybe lemon. The air came in like a reset button, soft but full of light. It didn't ask what I'd done yesterday, it just said try again.